Rainollon here. Today is another build showcase, and today I'm going to show you a very interesting synergy build with Cyte-09 and Akarius Prime. So let us start first with Cyte-09 and the mods. The mods I'm using on Cyte-09, Combat Discipline, is a really good aura, and there is a synergy here which I'm going to talk about very soon. Prime Shit-Footed for knockback immunity, and this is a must-have. Prime Flow, Equilibrium, and Streamline for energy economy. Transient Fortitude for ability strength, and Argus Secrets for ability strength. This does give you negative ability duration. We fix that by using Narrow-Minded and Prime Continuity, which gives us huge amount of ability duration. Narrow-Minded does lower our ability range, but it's not that big of a deal. We don't care about range for this setup at all. And Arcane Intensify, plus 30 ability strength, restoring health with ability grants you another plus 30 ability strength for 10 seconds. This has synergy as well, which I'm also going to talk about very soon. So these are the mods. For the stats: health, shield, and armor, horrible. Energy is really good and has above average sprint speed. Duration is really good, efficiency is solid, negative range, we don't care about it, and ability strength is more than enough. So these are the stats. For this part here, the abilities, so I'm going to ignore the first ability. We are never going to use this, it doesn't synergize with anything, and we are not building range, so it's kinda useless. Second ability, Resupply. What it does is you pick an element, the element you've chosen, you press your second ability. What it does, it instantaneously reloads your weapon, and you get extra damage with that element that you choose. Not only that, it has a 100% chance to guarantee a proc of that element, which will have a 100% chance to proc a status effect of that element, which is quite good. So you're going to spam this quite a lot. It's a carpal tunnel build for a reason. So you might enjoy it or might not, but you're going to see what exactly it does and how powerful the ability is, and why is this setup quite good in my opinion. Third ability, Evade. Evade is a really powerful ability. First things first, you press it, you're invisible. You can sustain the invisibility by killing enemies with a weak point, which gives you nearly 5 seconds sustain duration, which goes all the way up to nearly 70 seconds. So you're going to be forever invisible in my opinion, while shooting enemies in the head. And Akarius are going to seek enemies' heads, so you're going to be forever invisible and also have a really good clear. So this ability, really good. Not only that, health on kill. So when you kill enemies, you get health. So there is synergy here. Combat Discipline, you lose 10 health on kill, but while invisible with Evade, you're going to get health on kill. So you lose health, you get health. Not only that, Arcane Intensify, plus 30 ability strength, restoring health with ability. This is an ability that restores health, will trigger plus 30 more ability strength for 10 seconds. So you're going to forever have this, forever heal yourself, forever lose health, gain health. And not only that, I'm also using 2 Arcanes, Arcane Crap, which while invisible, you get a plus 30 ability strength and plus 3x final critical damage multiplier, which is also really good. And while you're invisible, you're going to have this forever, and it's very good. And Arcane Avenger on damage. So how do you damage yourself? You're invisible, enemies are not shooting you. Combat Discipline, you lose health, which is on damage, triggers Arcane Avenger, which has a 21% chance to trigger a flat 45 critical chance, which is amazing. So lose health, trigger this, kill enemies, gain health. So you're going to sustain your health forever. You're going to sustain invisibility, have a permanent 30% ability strength here, 30% ability strength here, crit multiplier here, and flat critical chance here. It's a lot of synergy, and with this, you're going to be absolutely fine in any content there is. These are the arcanes, the mods, the stats here, and the abilities. The only thing I changed here is the fourth ability is gone. Replace it with Nourish. Nourish gives you the energy multiplier, which helps us a ton. Not only that, it gives you viral damage. Even if it gives you viral damage, I'm still going to build for viral damage on my Akarius Prime, just to make the viral damage my main source of DPS. So that's pretty much it here. The abilities, stats, mods, arcane. Time for me to show you the Akarius Prime setup. So let's go. Akarius Prime time! So let us immediately start. For the mods, first things first, the mods. Prime Fulmination. This weapon's blast radius is 7.8. With Prime Fulmination, you increase it all the way up to 11.23, which is really good. Galvanized Diffusion, Multi-Shot, Prime Target Cracker, critical damage, Creeping Bullseye, critical chance, lowers your fire rate. We can easily fix that by using Lethal Torrent, which gives you fire rate, and Multi-Shot. Frostbite, Cold stash chance, Pistol Pestilence, Toxin stash chance, Toxin, Cold, gives you viral, and also huge amount of stash chance. And Prime Heated Charge for huge amount of heat. Heat is also our highest damage type, which means we have the highest chance to proc heat. As you can see right there, 32.1. So these are the mods. For the Exos Weapon Adapter slot mod, Steady Hands, best one. Why? This weapon has recoil and a really annoying one. You fix it with Steady Hands entirely. Steady Hands is generally the best one, I will say. For the Arcane, Cascadia Flare, we have heat, we have the highest chance to proc heat. On heat status effect, you get plus 12 increased damage for 10 seconds, stacks up all the way up to 480%, which is huge amount of increased damage. For the passive, plus 50% reload speed while sprinting, it's a pretty solid passive. For the stats, fire rate is really good, magazine size is solid, maximum ammo, horrible, reload speed is 2.4. If you sprint speed or sprint, this is going to be less than 2.4, so it's fine, I will say. Accuracy is high. This is really good for this weapon. Trigger, burst, punch through doesn't work, so Cyte-09 first ability doesn't work at all. Rivet Disposition, horrible. Critical chance is really bad, but I'm still going to focus on it. Cyte-09 has stuff that gives me more critical chance, so I'm going to have a high critical chance and also high critical damage. Crit multi is solid, stash chance is good, and direct hits are good. You're going to direct hit enemies with the Akarius. Akarius does seek enemies' heads, so you're going to do direct damage and also AoE explosion. AoE has the exact same critical chance, critical damage, and stash chance. Has a 11 meters AoE explosion, which is really good, and also has blast, and it does pretty solid overall AoE damage. So all of this stats here, they are all pretty solid on this weapon. So those are the stats, the passive, the mods, the Arcane, and it's finally time for me to show you this setup in game. So let us immediately start. So I'm in a survival against the Arcane corrupted Steel Path version, of course. Let's start. I'm going to press my third ability, which I go invisible, and I'm going to shoot my Akarius Prime. And you can see on bottom right, I'm sustaining my invisibility. So how is this possible? This weapon seeks enemies' heads, which prolongs the duration of your third ability. You can see it was 22, now it's 35. It's not always guaranteed. Sometimes it's going to shoot the enemy's shoulders, like Gamir shoulders. If you fight infested, it's going to shoot their arms and legs sometimes. It's not really guaranteed, but it does work. As you can see now, it's 47 seconds, so you can be forever invisible. And not only that, Arcane Avenger is always on me, as you can see right here. I'm also invisible, which I get Arcane Crap right here, which gives me the final critical damage multiplier and ability strength. And you can also see that I proc Arcane Intensify, so I always have these three things on me all the time while I kill. Not only that, I'm going to use Nourish for energy economy and viral damage. And on top of that, I'm going to hold my second ability, pick the element I want to pick, let's say gas damage, and I'm going to shoot. You can see on bottom right my ammo. I'm going to not reload, I'm going to press my second ability, which is going to reload for me. So you're going to just constantly press your second ability, constantly hold left click, and you're going to just shoot forever. I know you can do this with Arcane Pistoleer, but it doesn't even come close to this guy. Arcane Pistoleer has a 60% chance, while this is a generally just instantaneous reload, and also has a 100% chance to proc that element, which you can use blast, you can use gas damage, you can use whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, the enemies are going to die. Clear is amazing, permanently invisible, permanently sustaining invisibility, Arcane Avenger, Arcane Crab, Arcane Intensify. I use this on the Belly of the Beast mission, and it's quite good, it's quite fun. With a Zephyr, if a Zephyr places down all the tornadoes, I can one-tap the sister way before the Zephyr slams with a Sympathist. It's quite funny. And your clear is really good there. You're going to generate a huge amount of Riven Slivers for your team, including yourself. It's good on any game mode. I didn't find any problems. The only problem I can find is if your teammate is killing stuff ahead of you, so you cannot sustain your invisibility. But if you play solo, or you're the main source of damage for your team, or with your friends, or whatever, you're going to be invisible forever. You're going to just... do this crazy stuff. I am constantly pressing my second ability. The amount of energy economy is a must-have. I do sometimes manage to run out. You need to remember your second ability does use 32 energy per cost. So with Equilibrium, Streamline, and Flow, and Nourish, I still manage to sometimes not get health and energy orbs, and I sometimes not manage to sustain my spamming my second ability. Another funny thing is the whole map is just going to be covered with your second ability. And it's also funny, your teammates can also pick that up, giving them infinite ammo and the proccing guaranteed proc on the element. But yeah, this is just like really good. This is one of the strongest power creeps. I think the KPM on survival is quite high, effortlessly, while also being really like survivable, invisible. And you also do have one Argon mod, which when you use an ability you get shield, and you can see that my overshield is purple forever. So even if something hits you, you're going to survive. Now I got the Acolyte to spawn. Where's the Acolyte? Yeah, that's the Acolyte right there. Just disappears. Don't forget to spam your second ability. Like I said, this is a very carpal tunnel build, not for everybody. It's going to hurt your fingers sooner or later. You have to constantly press your second ability. Constantly jump, move forward. Yep, there you go. I lost energy. There you go. I got my energy back. I need Nourish. There you go, now I get my energy back. Like I said, sometimes you're going to lose energy from spamming your second ability. But yeah, that's the Cyte-09 setup. It's quite powerful. You can use it on any mission type, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. If you do high-level Fisher missions, Exterminate Capture, he's really good there with this setup. Because Titania kind of falls off with Thermal Sunder. So you are pretty much the new Titania for Steel Path Fisher missions. And that's it. That's the Cyte-09. Time for me to extract and talk about it a little bit more. So that was the Cyte-09 Akarius Prime synergy setup. It's quite good. Clear is good. I didn't find any problems. I will say the only problem I found is sometimes you're going to run out of energy, which is annoying. But like 90 to 95% of the time, you're going to be absolutely fine. It mostly rewards you in Steel Path, not regular Star Chart, because of the enemy density. But yeah, it's quite powerful. You saw it. The clear was just... I was obliterating the Steel Path survival. They couldn't do anything. Even the Acolytes just like disappeared in seconds. It's quite good. The synergy is really good. The clear is really good. You can use it anywhere. And I will highly recommend Cyte-09 Akarius setup, this build, and I hope you enjoyed the build. Thank you everybody for watching, leave a like, sub, and see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.